Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for football? Yeah! Welcome to the Hard Count, brought to you by the Social Sports Patent Network. I'm Cobra, and my panel of guests include Jayme, Ryan, and Joey from Newt City. Say hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Let's go. Pumped up. Let's get it going.
Yep. We have we are getting closer and closer to the start of the regular season, and it is very exciting, and yet sadly a little bit strange. As a lot of people know, last year, if you were a follower of the Social Sports Pad Network and the Sports Pad Podcast, you know that in this chair would be Ricky. Unfortunately, Ricky cannot be here right now. He is currently dealing with he's recovering from a septic infection in his knee, his right knee, and he is recovering in the hospitals. And he'd love to be here for season 3, but he left duties to me, and he also does his Twitch stream that takes up more of his time than the podcast. So once again, Ricky, get well very soon, and hopefully we'll see you right here. So we got a very interesting lead up to the next week. Not gonna lie, we need to really dig deep right in because Green Bay, what the fuck. If you guys do not know, the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles are going to Brazil.
Yeah.
They're going to Brazil, and the color green is a very sensitive, very gang war inciting type of color.
Isn't green Brazil the primary color on their flag?
Yeah.
On their country's flag?
Yes, and it could definitely incite a gang war. Now, I hate to say this, but Philadelphia was actually smart. They're like, you know what? We don't want the smoke. We have black helmets. We have black pants. We're going to be the away team. Let's wear our blackouts. We're cool. Green Bay, instead of being smart, and say, okay, we'll wear our we'll wear a retro kit, we'll wear a retro kit, or hey, we could actually change it up, introduce a new helmet, like make it all white, so there's no green. We could have done something clever. No, they pretty much said.
The Packers said, "Nah, screw it, screw Brazil, let's do it."
And granted, their name literally has the word green in it.
Yes, but again, they're not, even so. So it seems to me that Roger Goodell, in his infinite wisdom, letting it go is like, quoting a favorite video game franchise. Nothing sparks fan intrigue and player safety like a good old-fashioned gang war. Unless it's a biblical plague, but that might be a little too hasty in this case. Yes, I am quoting Grand Theft Auto 3, and the anagram for famous women respecter Donald Trump, Donald Love, famous cannibal. So, that, sorry about that. Already off to a rocky start already. But anyhow,
Good old Rocky Top.
Yep, I was about to say. I mean, college football did start today, so.
Yes, it did, and we'll definitely talk about that because Miami.
Do we have to talk about that game?
Look, we get reminded that the Florida Gators technically own us whenever we consume a bottle of Gatorade, considering they own that. They get like a 5%, 5 or 10% from the.
They get like Pepsi. a 1%. They get like a 1% royalty for it.
Okay, they get some type of royalty. Thank you, Joey. But even so, the Gators got owned by Hurricanes.
I guess that means I should be drinking more Gatorade than ever.
Well, you'll definitely be participating in challenge pissing. What is challenge pissing? If you piss 6 feet high up in the air, not get wet, upside down, you get Urban Meyer's job.
Huzzah!
Oh,
Isn't that from that? Isn't that from that one?
yes,
fuck
it's
you,
from Big Bill House.
Buffalo?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That is what I was doing, Joey. I've got on. You get a cookie.
Ooh. As long as it's not only reason, I'm happy.
Yep. All right. So here's an interesting topic. I have you three here. I don't have. Oh, I can't ask Ryan because he already gave me his expectation of the season. I have Joey and Jayme here. You guys, this is the last week before the beginning of the season. I want to hear from you. What are your expectations for the season? I mean, really, you could be realistic. You could be hilarious. Okay. Do whatever floats your boat. I mean, Joey, I know you live in Colorado, so I expect the marijuana to burn. So, anywho, take it away.
Give me 1 second. Sorry. Okay.
Are we talking about like the NFL season as a whole, or just like our particular favorite team?
Your particular team. And I'm going to start with Joey. Go ahead, Joey.
So I'm straight up. So I think the Broncos are going to have a good season. I don't think they're going to have a great season. I don't think they're going to have a mediocre bad season. I personally think that the Denver Broncos ceiling is a wild card spot, a dark horse wild card. I think it could happen because the AFC honestly has gone a lot weaker in the past, and I know we're in the AFC West, but at the same time, I think the big hitters in the AFC are a lot of the Bengals, I think, are a big hitter. Obviously, you have the Chiefs. The AFC South is up for grabs, honestly. I'm probably going to say that goes to the Texans. But like,
East,
I think the
Bills. I mean, and the North, you also have the Ravens to contend with as well.
Yeah, I think 3 out of 4 of the AFC North are probably going to make it into the playoffs. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Yeah. I think it's probably going to be Bengals, Ravens. 2 out of 4. Ravens and Bengals are probably going to make it out.
Yeah, because we definitely don't have any expectation for the Steelers.
I think the Dolphins.
I think the Dolphins say Steelers.
No,
because guess what? I'm saying Steelers got Super Bowl. As the genuine ninja that I am. Steelers got Super Bowl. Steelers got Super Bowl.
Wait. So you believe in Russell Wilson? Anyways, but I want to go real quick, side tangent. My championship predictions, not Super Bowl, my AFC and NFC championship. NFC is going to be a rematch. NFC championship is going to be a rematch between the Lions and 49ers. And AFC championship is going to be Texans Bengals. I call it right now. I think the Texans are going to make a run, and I think the Bengals want. I think the Bengals tasted blood a few years ago in 2021. They want that Super Bowl. They want it. They don't want Joe Burrow to be the modern day Dan Marino. They want the modern day Dan Marino to be Lamar Jackson, not the Bengals. So I think they're going to play their. I think they're going to play their minds out.
I hate to say. I'm going to cut you off right there. I don't think Joe Burrow's the next Dan Marino. I think he's the next Boomer Esiason.
Ooh.
How fitting. Let's just hope he doesn't go to the Jets and waste his career. All right, Jayme. Let's hear from you.
Well, I am excited to have Jayme Daniels as a quarterback. I pray to God that he does not pull an RG3 and get hurt this season. But I think they'll probably have like 9 wins, maybe squeak into a playoff spot. Not sure, depending on how other teams are. But I wouldn't be shocked if they don't make playoffs this year, just due to lack of wide receiver weapons.
Yeah, especially trading Dotson away to a division rival.
Trading Dotson to Philly, but the Noah Brown sign can be sneaky good. So if Noah Brown performs the way that he should, him and Terry on the outsides with McCaffrey on the inside or Diami Brown on the inside, that wouldn't be bad.
Well, this is where Ryan and I will come in, because we will give counterpoints to why you guys may be right, why you guys may be wrong. I will tackle Joey, and then Ryan, if you can, tackle Jayme here.
Okay.
I will start. With Joey, I know you said that the Broncos will be a sneaky wild card team. I don't think so. I think will they get close? Yes. However, I think that you are in one of the toughest divisions in the AFC in the AFC West, considering you have the Chargers and the Chiefs. Definitely.
The Chiefs are going to win. I'm not denying that the Chiefs are going to win, but the Chargers.
No.
The Chargers have Justin Herbert as their quarterback, sure, but who is he going to throw to?
Yeah,
himself. He'll pull Brett Favre.
That's. I mean, I wasn't like I said. I wasn't saying that. They don't have a shot. I legit think they do, considering that the Raiders, are too busy dealing with trying to pull a Roger Goodell and try to inhale the vapors off of Tom Brady. And hope that wafts onto them as to some type of TB12 voodoo that they think he has, when really all he had was Roger Goodell fixing the games for him so he could keep sucking them off. But that's neither here or there. But yeah, I realistically think that the Broncos have the opportunity to do what they did last year, and I saw glimpses of this last year as well, especially with your defense. And that is that the Denver Broncos have opportunities to play spoilers for a lot of these teams. Probably definitely the division rivals. I hope, and this is my hope, that what the Broncos do to the Kansas City Chiefs mainly is that they wear them out like a used dish rag. Like, I want the Broncos defense to be a horny 13-year-old boy, and the Broncos being a used sock. That's what I want. Anywho. All right, Ryan, tackle Jayme.
Physically, that would be pretty tough considering the distance.
He can try, but he'll just get a glorified stiff arm.
I've met Jayme in person. He is relatively fit. Compared to me, who kind of can't run anymore because of my back. But go ahead. But Ryan, the floor is yours on Jayme.
Yeah. So when it comes to the Commanders, I think the biggest thing is they are in probably the toughest division in terms of trying to win it, because you've got two juggernauts at the top of it between the Cowboys and the Eagles, and that's going to be the toughest thing towards developing the quarterback. Yeah. And obviously, I think this year is purely about whether or not Jayden Daniels is kind of that next guy, which no one really knows at this point. He very well could be.
Right.
And just hoping he doesn't get killed by the Eagles D-line or Micah Parsons, which he has to play twice a year.
Right.
So that would be my biggest concern there for the Commanders.
Okay.
But I actually had
a rebuttal.
Sure.
Yep. Sorry about that.
You still consider Dallas a juggernaut?
I mean, their overall core is still there. I mean, they've still got Dak that can throw to CD. Assuming that Dak doesn't start holding out now at this point, wanting a new contract and being like, I'm not going to play until I get one.
Until they actually win a playoff game, they're still the SpongeBob meme. We go to Super Bowl, we the boys, you know.
Yeah,
they're anorexic yinzers.
Yeah,
but when it comes to my situation, I'm more talking about juggernauts in terms of the regular season and being able to at least make the playoffs. I don't see any real reason why the Eagles or Cowboys would dip below 10 or 11 wins as their kind of floor almost, unless they get an injury to either their quarterback or other key player.
Dallas lost a lot of people, though.
Yeah, they definitely lost some people, which could cause a shift in the power there, but
a few of them went to Washington, including Dan Quinn.
Okay, all right. So that'll be it for our roundtable discussion. This one brought to you by Sleeves.com. Sleeves.com is a compression wear company that not only delivers quality compression gear that looks fantastic, by the way, they also do football gear. They do sleeveless hoodies, visor clips, spats, and even wide receiver gloves. So click the link in the podcast bio wherever you get your podcasts. Go to Sleep and click the Sleeves.com link in our description and order some fine gear from Sleeves. Sleeves.com, delivering the drip with an SL. All right, so we are doing something a little bit different. It's a new season and a new host. We are taking the bold predictions that Ricky would do, and we are definitely giving them a definite sleek and bold new twist. Brought to you by Bulletproof Coffee, of course. So I'm going to start with Ryan, Jayme, and Joey, and myself, and I am going to read off one game per person. All right, I'm going to give you the odds, and give me a player who you think is going to break out. So, Ryan, the first game is Baltimore versus Kansas City. Kansas City is favored by 3. Who you got?
In terms of the team I see winning, I think this will be Kansas City's chance to try and correct the mistake from last year of losing to a contender, because unlike last year, I don't think they're going to be underestimating the Ravens at all like they may have been underestimating the Lions in week 1.
Did he cover the spread?
I would probably say it would be over 4. I think it's going to be a 4 to 7 point game. So, I mean, I could see it being close, but... Okay.
All right, Jayme. I have Green Bay and Philly. Philly's got the lead. Philly's got 3 points. Go ahead.
I think they will cover the spread, and unfortunately, it'll be the Eagles flying high in Brazil, running off of the back of Saquon Barkley. As weird as that still sounds off my mouth, yes, Saquon Barkley is very much a part of the Eagles, and they're going to show why they pushed to get him and why he's going to be what gets them into a deep playoff run.
All right. So now for the first Sunday 1:00. Let's go with Arizona and Buffalo. Joey, Buffalo is favored by 6. Who you got?
Who is it? Buffalo, Arizona?
Yep, and Buffalo is favored by 6. Do they cover the spread, and who you got winning?
They do not cover the spread, and Buffalo wins.
Okay, so all right, so Buffalo.
So I think Buffalo wins way more than by 6.
So they do cover the spread. Okay.
Wait. Oh, are you saying? I thought you were saying Arizona covering this.
No, Buffalo is favored by 6.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I think they cover that spread easily. I think they beat them by. I'm gonna say they beat them by 2 touchdowns and a field goal at least.
Who's going to be your bold player?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, easy. All right, and I am definitely picking I am picking the next game, which is Pittsburgh and Atlanta, because the Pittsburgh Steelers are my pick. They are the Atlanta Falcons are favored by 3, but I am taking Pittsburgh for the win, which definitely covers the spread. Yep. All right. Sorry. Now, Ryan, I have the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. The Vikings are favored by 1 point, so basically this is a pick your poison type of thing. This could go either way.
Yeah, and I mean, neither one of those teams have particularly bright outlooks, but I'll take Giants over them.
Oh, okay. Well, to be fair, the Vikings have Ghostbuster Sam Darnold. They may be asking for a new quarterback, maybe Aaron Rodgers. Brett Favre 2.0. Brett Favre 2.0. Manifest destiny. Manifest destiny. All right.
I was going to do it, but I knew I couldn't time it with you.
Right. All right. So basically, that means the Giants covered the spread. Okay. All right, Jayme. Tennessee and Chicago.
Tennessee and Chicago.
Chicago is favored by 4.5.
Okay, I was about to ask that. It still wasn't going to change my mind. Chicago's going to cover the spread. They're going to win. And by God, Will Levis is trying to be a cheaper version of Baker Mayfield with mayonnaise cologne. And that's just another bad decision with them starting Will Levis. So it's going to be another terrible year for Tennessee.
Yes.
Yay!
All right. Joey, Carolina, New Orleans. New Orleans are favored by 4 points.
I don't think New Orleans covers the spread. I think they win by a field goal.
Okay, cool. So New Orleans will not cover the spread. Nice.
I honestly think New Orleans squeaks this win.
I'd honestly say I think Carolina could win that one.
I'm gonna say something. I think the New Orleans.
I think that's the hot take, Ryan. Carolina wins this one. But Joey,
I'm saying New Orleans will probably. I could see them losing because honestly, I think New Orleans is a dark horse for the first overall pick.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Look at that roster and tell him, other than Jamal Williams, who I love, but that's because Jamal Williams is a very lovable player. He'll probably get traded or shipped off later this season. But you're telling me that you're gonna trust your offense with Taysom Hill and an old ass Alvin Kamara? Really? I don't see them winning more than 3 or 4 games.
I don't trust it either. So now it's my turn, and next game I got Jacksonville versus Miami, and this might piss Chris off, but I am saying that the Jaguars squeak by this one in overtime.
Somewhere on the streamlines when
I think so.
That
is definitely bold. That is bold. I know. That is bold.
That's not bold. That's an unbelievably spicy take.
Hey, Cobra.
Wait, Jaguars losing to who or beating who?
Miami.
Hey,
3.5.
Somewhere along the streamlines, Ben is listening to this, and his nipples just got hard.
Yeah, because he
I definitely see a Florida team winning that game.
Yeah, Ben wants Trevor Lawrence's babies. He wants to name it Samuel Lawrence. He wants his babies. Samuel Hal Lawrence. That's it. That's what he wants to name his baby. All right, get back on track. Ryan, Houston and Indy. Houston is favored by 3.
I know what I want to say. I want to say we get our revenge for that Week 18 game last year.
Go with it,
we were
Ryan.
on the.
It's week 1. Go with it.
Yeah, I'll take it. We get our revenge for that one with a Tyler Goodson touchdown. I think would be an awesome way to finish it, but I don't think that he'll probably get much playing time. I just want to see him redeem himself after the drop pass that really wasn't his fault.
Right. Jayme, this one is what I consider a trap game.
Uh-oh.
Cincinnati versus New Orleans. Cincinnati.
You mean New England?
New England. Yes, thank you. Sorry, I'm getting excited. Cincinnati is favored by 9 points. Who's winning, and are they covering?
Oh man, I'm gonna put it this way. You may say it's a trap game. I don't think it's a trap game. I think there's a reason why they're favored by 9 points. I mean, for Pete's sake, they had their starters going up against Washington's backups, and they could only muster up 7 points, and that was with the backup quarterback playing. So this is just going to be an all-out just stomping of New England. I see them losing by 17.
All right. Now we are in the 4:00 games. Joey, I'm giving you this one. Seattle versus Denver. Seattle's favored by 5.5.
Seattle loses. Seattle. I'm not being biased here. Seattle loses in this game.
Not gonna lie, Joey. I actually agree with you because seriously, Denver's defense. Geno Smith had a bad year last year.
Also, I know I only saw Bo Nix play against backups with his starting, but he looks like he knows how to read a professional defense. He looks like he knows he's calm in the pocket. He knows when it's collapsing, and he knows when he has to go get pressure. He knows where to place that ball. And
Kevin Von Magnum just arrived. Hey, Kevin.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Yeah, we're doing great. We're doing the bold predictions right now.
I honestly think that the Broncos clear. I think the Broncos, at least a touchdown, at least 10 points. At least 10 points. The Broncos beat the Seahawks.
For your sake, I really hope that you don't mix your opinion on your quarterback, but come next week, all pun intended.
All right.
And honestly, Geno Smith he's a stopgap of a quarterback. He is there. He is there until they find a long-term solution to a short-term problem.
And Seattle would probably trade their entire draft to draft Arch Manning.
Also, don't forget, Pete Carroll isn't there anymore.
No, of course not. Kevin, since you just came in, and we are doing bold predictions, but we are doing a little modification. Instead of covering every single game by each person, I am giving everyone just one game per time slot. Basically, going down the list. And I am going to give you the LA Rams and sorry, jumped the gun. The Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers are favored by 3.5.
So you're telling me to make a bold prediction out of this game?
Yep. Kind of hard to do.
I'm gonna say it will be a old West Coast duel between Gardner Minshew and Justin Herbert. I'm gonna say that the defense will be optional in this particular game. That is my bold prediction.
All right, who's winning?
Total points scored. I'm gonna say that the total points scored would eclipse at least 80.
Okay.
So both teams will probably be in the 40s. So
who's winning?
I'm gonna go ahead and say Cameron, the kicker, Dicker will win it for the Chargers.
Okay, so that means the Chargers do not cover the spread.
Do it
No,
for the
they
nose.
won't.
Right. Okay. Now it's mine, and I am definitely going to take the Dallas versus Cleveland. Dallas is favored by two. Cleveland's favored by 2.5. I do apologize, but I'm going to take Dallas in this one. Because here's the thing. Cleveland is still currently being led by famous women respecter Deshaun P. Diddy Combs Watson. And he kind of has a little bit of a noodle arm. He's also still dealing with the fact that he still respects women. He still has that negative stigma hanging on him. So I got Dallas not only beating the Cleveland Browns, thereby covering the spread. Also, the Browns don't have Nick Chubb, so there's that. Okay, next, Ryan. The Rams and the Detroit Lions. No, sorry. Crap. Do you mind if I?
You're trying to give away this Rams-Lions game, aren't you?
The Rams-Lions game, I'm going to give it to you. You, Ryan, because I'm going to give Jayme the Buccaneers in Washington, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yep. Jayme, your team versus the Buccaneers. What do you got?
What's the spread?
Spread is 3.5 points. Tampa Bay.
In whose favor?
I'd say Tampa Bay does not cover the spread, and Washington upsets them in Tampa Bay by a game-winning field goal.
All right, so commies win. Gotcha. All right, now Ryan, Sunday Night Football. L.A. Rams and the Detroit Lions. The Lions are favored by 3.5. It's Stafford Bowl. What you got?
Yeah, well, it's a rematch of a wild card game as well from this past year.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that I think the Rams are going to come out fighting, and I think it's going to be down to a game-winning field goal. I'm going to say Detroit gets it.
Okay, so that means Detroit wins but does not cover the spread.
Nope.
All right. Now we got the Monday Night Now we have the Monday Night Football matchup between the Jets and the Niners. The Niners are favored by 3.5. And this is where the old school bold prediction comes in. Every single one of us is going to pick who's going to win, who's covering the spread. Breakout player if we want to. Starting from where we left off, basically it will still end with me, but I'm going Joey, Kevin, Jayme, Ryan, and myself. So mix it up a little bit. Joey, who you got?
Yeah. For
San
what?
Francisco and the Jets. Monday Night Football.
San Fran.
San Fran covering the spread.
What's the spread? I'm sorry.
3.5.
Yeah, easy.
Kevin,
just let Rodgers make it more than 3 snaps in.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
He'll make it 4 snaps. First down, second down, third down, Achilles.
Especially considering the guy who tackled him.
Joey, don't ruin it. He needs to make it to the trade deadline so he gets traded to the Vikings.
Well,
Rick Foles 2.0 needs to happen.
No, he needs to retire.
Do it for the memes. Do it for the memes and do it to rub salt in Tanner's face.
Honestly, I think it would be more of a meme, though, if the same guy who tackled him when he was playing against the Bills, because that same player is now a 49er. Imagine if that same player tackles him and he tears his other Achilles.
That would be funny.
Oh, my God.
All right,
Ryan.
Kevin.
Because that same player is now a 49er.
If there's such a thing as a dire curse in the NFL, that would be
it. Same game.
Niners, they will cover the spread. They will win. And I'm going to guess the score will be 27-17. The player of the game will be, I want to say Jair Brown's going to get 3 picks off of Rodgers.
Nice.
Jeez.
All right.
This is not Jayme. Reckless of the ball.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Wait. This is Jayme. Ryan. Ryan. Sorry. Your turn.
All right. I don't think Rodgers is going to be quite that reckless of the ball. I still think that the I'm gonna say that the Niners win just because I think their roster is more familiar with each other. I think that familiarity is gonna help, and that's part of why I have the Giants beating the Vikings in the earlier match I had. Is I think the familiarity of having played the entire preseason together and practiced with the intent of this is our group.
Right.
Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers hasn't been at practice, didn't play in any of the preseason games. I see that being a problem for the Jets, at least early on. I'll say probably 49ers over Jets, and I think they cover the spread.
All right. Okay. Jayme, your turn.
Y'all are about to make me be this person. Why is it that every time I get on this podcast, I always end up being this person? Y'all keep disrespecting Aaron Rodgers, saying he is still a bad man, as Stephen A would say. And this Jets team on paper can rival any NFL team on paper. And there is some merit to what Brian has said, but the flip side of that is with Aaron Rodgers being there, there's no game script of how he's going to use his weapons, and the 49ers can't prepare for that. I see an upset brewing, and the Jets take it on Monday night.
So now it's for my turn. And by the way, Jayme, in the words of Stephen A. Smith, stay off the weed! Because the San Francisco 49ers, I think, win, but don't cover the spread, primarily because of the Jets' defense. That is definitely my bold prediction.
Well, yeah, that was kind of the thing I forgot to mention with my player of the game for that one. I would probably say one of the Rams receivers breaks out. I think it'd be awesome if it was Ricky Pearsall after what happened today, even though it's unlikely that he plays.
Yeah, in case people don't know, Ricky Pearsall was shot today, so that was interesting. We've already had some bad news earlier this week, and when it rains, it pours.
Definitely sending our prayers for Ricky Pearsall.
Exactly, and well, that is it for our bold predictions, which was brought to you by Bulletproof Coffee. Let me also break this down because here's the thing: I'm going to play a little game with us every week. This is what I'm going to do with the bold predictions. Since every single one of us make picks, our picks kind of have opportunity to earn points. Evan, since you arrived late, you actually have opportunity to earn a multiplier, primarily because of your lack of picks. Joey has 4 picks, Ryan has 5, Jayme has 5, you have 2, and I have 4. So basically, to kind of make it fair, you have a multiplier of 2. So basically, just because that's how it works out. So whenever one of us wins the week, that's who will definitely start us off this week, and you will have bragging rights, especially for Monday Night Football. You can actually, what I will do is for Monday Night Football, the game is yours to cover. Instead of all of us breaking down, fighting for points, Monday Night Football will be your bonus game to try to keep your title. So that's how we'll do this. What do you guys think? Good idea?
I like it. The hard count guru shall be established after week 1.
And we'll definitely announce that winner. We'll announce that winner on before the Saturday night contest begins. Either way, fans look forward to that. That is it for this episode of A Hard Count. If you guys after this hard count, we are definitely going to stay on and probably bring in another recording session and just record some extra dialogue because I do know that on our baseball podcast, Joey and I just had a great discussion, and I wanted to bring that on. Jayme just left, and like I said, that is it for our podcast. I want to, of course, give a special shout out to our affiliates. Once again, we have Fanatics, Dr. Squatch, Duke Cannon, W Energy, Fubo TV, Century PC, Smack and Sunflower Seeds, Sleeves.com, and, of course, Bulletproof Coffee.
Is it really bulletproof? If I shoot it, will it explode?
Go away. Anyhow, I'm Cobra. On behalf of Jayme, Joey, Kevin, Ryan, and Ricky, who we miss. On behalf
Get
of
well
him,
soon, Ricky.
yep, as he would always say, good night, good week, always a good season, and we'll see you on the field.
Put